Hello, this is Breen. This is my Heroic Imagination project for Dr. Brian Metcalf's Introductory to Psychology course. Today I'm going over the roles that heroes play in our society and the types of heroes that we come across, the classic Superman that we always see on TV and some people who kind of are underneath the radar. Alright, so what is a superhero? A superhero, what usually first comes to mind is, Superman, Batman, whoever is in one of the DC or Marvel movies or comic books, and they usually have superpowers that make them extraordinary, and they're usually fighting against a villain or evil. And some real life examples, as I have on my slide, are like paramedics and firefighters who are fighting against a more realistic evil, such as, if somebody's hurt, paramedics come and take them to the hospital and prevent them from dying, or at least stabilizing them enough. Or firefighters, they save people from burning buildings or anything like that. And so when we think about superheroes, they're often people that we want to look up to and strive to be, and they're really more role models of today's society, and they're often what we think of, these kind of people who stand out and go above and beyond and everything. And so I think it's great that we have these kinds of images so that younger kids can look up to someone who might be an example, might be Superman. I understand that a kid can't fly and all of that, but still the idea of being really brave and standing up for other people is really a great role model for some people. Alright, so unsung heroes, I think that these are sometimes people we forget about the most. They're always in the background. They might not necessarily be underappreciated like I have on my slide, but still they tend to be forgotten about as heroes. So parents, garbage men, volunteers, pets even. When I was 6, I was diagnosed with mild OCD, and I was terrified of germs. I couldn't touch anything after touching doorknobs, or I wouldn't eat my food if I touched something right beforehand. And when I got my dog, dogs aren't the cleanest things, and you have to pick up after them, and if you're always playing with them on the floor or outside, you're not gonna be clean all the time. And so my dog, I think she really did help me kind of get over that fear of germs. And I think it's really important that we acknowledge the people in our lives that really affect us and we don't tend to notice, like our parents. Our parents definitely play a big role in how we grow up and everything, and what makes us us. And sometimes our parents are really going through a lot of stress, which, we tend to not notice that, especially when we're younger, because we're kids and we don't pay attention to that. And so I really think that it would be best if people started to take a notice in these kinds of things, if they start appreciating, their parents more. You can appreciate a garbage man even. Nobody wants that job, but you still have people who are doing it. And so it's just these everyday little things that people are doing that really makes them a hero, which is kind of what this whole project is about, starting to put yourself out there to do little things every day to just help people out and make people happy. So I think that these unsung heroes are really the most important people in our lives. Alright, so both unsung heroes and superheroes kind of have a similar role in society. They definitely like to take care of people and help people, and they can be role models, both, being Superman or just being someone's mom and being, there for people. They also are very good for, being positive and motivational, inspiring others to do good and help people out in the world that they might not normally do if they hadn't been exposed to someone who is kind of heroic. So I think it's great that we have these role models in our society and that they really do play a big part, because it's important for people to see that they can be just as great as, the heroes around them. So I hope whoever is watching this video feels inspired to either become a realistic superhero, not running around on rooftops or anything, or to become an unsung hero and to really get out there and inspire and motivate people and to do good in the world. So thank you for watching my presentation.